Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Diva of Days of Our Lives. We're going to talk about this past week of the show. You can find us on Twitter or X or on Instagram, Facebook. I think we're on YouTube, right? And Spotify. Okay. So check us out on all those. Go ahead and hit like on all of them. I think you can download, listen to them whenever. I'm Marianne, and you can find me at mama_hooch on X. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook. We have Jen here. Hi, Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Okay. Yep. Where are you on? You're on Twitter?
Yeah, I'm at IXJDK at Twitter.
Okay. We have Anna.
I'm at Causey Hooch on X and Instagram, mostly Instagram these days. Yeah. So, and we had a Kate Day this week, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We have Diva Carrie.
I am on Twitter at Diva of DOOL. Instagram is Diva_of_DOOL. Facebook page is Diva Days of Our Lives. Actually, YouTube, you just type into Diva of DOOL will pop up, but the technical location is Diva of DOOL 541. I have no idea what's 541. I didn't pick that, but it is what it is. And we are live on 10 p.m. Eastern on Saturdays on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. And the next morning, I upload everything to Spotify. And you can also see us on camera on Spotify, but it would be the next day at the end of the show.
Gonna learn all that. Okay.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Great.
Diva did a lot of hard work to get all that set up.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
Yeah, I liked all those
no Diva workplace injuries, so I didn't have to do any OSHA work. I'm very pleased about that.
Yep.
I liked all those little statistics of the Anna was the most used word. Anna.
Yes.
Yeah, those are all cute. I guess you have those posted too somewhere too, right?
Yeah, I put
can
them on
see
all the. Yes, I put it on all the social media. The most used word we used on our show last year was Anna, so that's why I nominate Anna for Diva of the Year.
I don't know which Anna you're referring to.
I think we use both. Both used a lot.
When people say Tony's wife, I automatically think me, but I could be wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
And yes, and the word they said we need to stop use our resolution for next year should be which is funny because I go out of my way to edit out the and they should not be popping up.
See,
So.
I use when I'm trying to get my next train of thought. I say, okay, what's the next storyline we're going to talk about? Okay,
that's interesting. I don't think I saw some of this, but I don't think I saw. So you got it posted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. All right.
Montage. I don't know why it was just Jen and I laughing.
The laughing, yeah. I guess we don't laugh. I don't know. I don't know, but we do. So I see we have the important ornaments. I guess that's coming up next week. And I have Xander and his gifts for Victoria. We'll talk about that too. So I'm just going to start with we'll start with the DiMeras, I guess, because they've been on all week in that crypt. They're still having their reunion. Everybody keeps coming. But then we still have Tony hasn't been on. He's been sleeping for a week. So I don't know. There's Jen. Hello.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You have your shirt on.
I'm
Okay.
here for the
Snoopy.
cookies.
I love Snoopy.
You have Snoopy. Okay.
Yeah. He's here
Yeah.
for the cookies.
All right. So we have them all in the crypt, I guess. Tony's still sleeping. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I know he's older, but still, that's enough.
Anna.
I don't know. I think, he's like the oldest. He should be out there leading them, telling them what to do. But anyway, we have Theo and Chad on all the time.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
Like Tony's dreaming of Anna.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe he's a little depressed.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't have his Anna. So I don't know. So we recently got EJ in there. They threw him in. And so he was telling Kristen about what happened to Rachel. So Kristen now knows. She figured it. I mean, he told her. So she's really upset about it. Plus, she's really, I guess from all the digging, she's got an infection and a fever. So she's been sick. And so Chad and Theo, they were talking. They had a little conversation. I guess Lexi was mentioned. Everybody see that?
Wow.
Yeah, I think it came down to the Rachel. Although Chad didn't tell him what exactly Rachel did that she's in Bayview. And he was saying about growing up, it's tough when your mother's not around when you're young like that. So he kind of talked about Lexi a little bit. And so then towards the end of the week, they got another visitor. Yeah, Tony needs to wake up. Yes. So there's another guy that, his body comes in, they see him, and Chad and Theo were there at the time because I guess that EJ, Kristen, and Tony were in the back. So they take it off. They don't know who this guy is. Now, why they don't know who this guy is, I don't know. But I does it make sense to anybody? Because I know they never met him because he wasn't on, but they know Peter is their brother. They never saw a picture. It
Yeah,
was
that's
Well,
yeah.
it's definitely a different actor, so maybe they're gonna say he had reconstructive surgery.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was just like they just didn't know who he was, unless he looked really different from the picture. Because I guess maybe the picture they did see him of him where they didn't even say if they saw a picture. But
Yeah,
anyway, in the meantime, Kristen comes in and she, Peter, is that you? Then
yeah.
then she's, she was saying how she accused EJ. So I don't know. I don't know if Peter's the kidnapper. That's the rumor out there that he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But maybe is it someone else? Is it him? Anybody have any ideas? I mean, that's
He
who I've.
seems kind of like innocent. I mean, he definitely
Yeah,
doesn't seem like he's the reason. I mean,
yeah.
I
Or is
wouldn't have
he with
suspected him.
someone? Yeah. Is
Yeah.
there somebody else? Of course, they're bringing up who's left. I mean, who's left is Stefan. Really, he's about the only one.
Mhm.
If they think it's one of them, they keep saying, "Oh, it has to be one of us," because it's all the
Andre?
siblings plus Theo. What's that?
Andre?
Andre? Yeah, well, but they think he's dead, of course.
I don't know, but it's getting awfully crusty in that place. I think they need to
I don't know. And Kristen
pop
did
them
say
out of there.
about wearing the same clothes, being here in
Ugh.
the old clothes. Yeah. Plus, she has part of Tony's shirt wrapped around her hand. I don't know.
And when you
Kind of
think
weird.
about it, isn't Tony the longest one there, right?
Yes, he
He
came
was
in
the first
first.
one.
He
Yeah.
was there for.
So he's been there the longest, so he's suffered the most so far, except for like maybe Kristen's injury, but still.
Yeah.
And there's a skeleton in there too.
Yeah.
One week. Yeah, that was the other week, right? They decided
No, it
that
was this
it was
week.
men's
Yeah.
bone. It was a man's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have
Yeah.
any theories other than maybe Peter's. Now I don't know. At the end of the week, we saw Kristen kind of pass out sick. So I don't know. Maybe he comes clean because I think they get rescued next week. If I looked at the preview, a little bit of the preview. So I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe somebody's working with them. And I'd like to know if it's connected in any way to what's going on in the lab that EJ has. I don't know
Maybe.
if it's
Yeah.
too, if they're connected or not.
Some sort of genetic, some sort of.
Yeah, and who is it?
Or okay, well, the other thing that's developed is that if this merger doesn't get completely broken up by the end of the year,
Right.
then there's huge tax consequences for both sides. And so is someone trying to prevent the merger from going through? I mean, I don't feel like Xander or Philip are messing around with it. So I don't know. I feel like it's something, it may have more to do with Dr. Rolf or something than anything. I don't know.
I don't know. But maybe, I don't know, maybe this is a segue into our Kate report because Kate's playing a little game here. Maybe
Yeah.
she's the one, and I've been seeing that online. They think people were thinking it's Kate's the kidnapper because of the little things she with Johnny. Johnny went to Roman. I don't know if
Right.
Anna has seen that. If you
Yeah,
want to talk
encourage.
about that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, well, Johnny went to Roman and said, "Hey, Rita, I've been asked to Rita. I don't know if he said Rita, but he's been asked to step in, um, because at least temporarily as CEO, because if the merger doesn't get broken up by the end of the year, there's heavy tax consequences for both company, or at least Kate explained later that it doesn't just affect DiMera, it affects Titan as well. And so, of course, Johnny's like, he's talking to her and he's like, well, John, I think, wasn't Roman like, well, do what you got to do. I'm not going to tell you. Basically, he was like, you do
But
what
he
you need
didn't
to do.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, but
Do what you have to do. Yeah.
do what you have to do. And then Kate was like, "No, I'll tell you why you should do it." And so,
Mhm.
and then of course she's also encouraging Ari to do the
Mhm.
internship with DiMera. So yeah. So and yet Kate's best interest is Titan, but yet she also recognizes that DiMera is a stronger company right now. So I don't know, but anyway, and then of course Johnny's telling her, well, okay, so then when Theo and everybody hopefully get back, then I'll be out of a job because I will have cut ties with Titan and there won't be a place for me at DiMera. And she's like, no, 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 no. You're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. You can get your job back at Titan. Everybody will see this as being a help, in this situation. And so that's kind of her position. And I thought it was funny too during the scenes where she's talking to Ariana. She's saying, giving her tips on how to argue with her mom that she should work for DiMera.
Yeah.
And she says, well, tell her, do you want your daughter to be a Nepo baby? Because if you go to work for Gabi Chic, that's exactly how your career is going to start out. And everyone from then on is going to say, oh, she did all of this because she's a Nepo baby. Well, I was like, is that very different from going to work for DiMera or Tate?
Your grandmother?
Because
who went
they're
in
both
in the
family
way?
too. So
Yeah.
like,
You were
but
getting the job
anyway,
because of your your
but
grandmother.
Kate is she's very
Yeah.
convincing, and she is being very gently manipulative. She's very crafty.
Mhm.
It's not like obvious. And she did make a comment because Ariana said something about, my mom's being kind of controlling or meddling in or whatever.
Mhm.
And she goes, well, I've been accused of that once or twice in my lifetime, like,
Yeah, something.
with my kids, so anyway, so she looked great. Of course, I loved her outfit, and I didn't see. I was trying to watch the last part because I'd watched all week plus
Okay.
2 days the week before, but I didn't get the last 10 or 15 minutes, so I didn't see what happened after
Okay.
she was trying to convince Johnny to take it.
Yeah. Carrie, did you want to tell what Kate did? Got on the phone? Did you see that part?
I don't remember what
Okay.
happened.
Yeah. Kate, or I don't know if Jen, she was talking to somebody and she was on the phone. Something
Oh,
about Johnny. Yeah, I've got Johnny to take over DiMera. More or less, she's going to be like spying on him. You know what I mean? She's telling somebody, oh, I got Johnny, to go for DiMera. So I don't know. She has something
she's
up her
working.
sleeve. Like she's
Yeah,
gonna not turn against Johnny, but she's going to
she's
try to
working.
take advantage of
She's
the
working
situation.
inside. She's working on
Yeah,
the inside of that.
Yeah.
but I don't know who she called. It showed her talking on the phone and saying what,
I thought
you know,
Uh,
Lee was
trying to
involved.
convince. So it sounded like she was being manipulated of Johnny getting it.
huh,
She's acting she
huh.
was, yeah. So she has other, maybe it is probably true about the taxes and everything, but I think she has more in mind about
Mm-hmm.
that. Same with Ari. I think she wants Ari there and on the inside too. So
Yeah.
yeah. So that's why I think people are thinking, well, maybe Kate's behind this, so I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't really have a choice of where she works. She's related to everybody.
It's
I know
true.
what
Yeah, she could get a job
Nepo
anywhere. She
baby.
is a
I
nepo
mean,
baby
heck, if you
anyway.
want to think about it, Tate's got is a Nepo baby working at the
Yeah,
pub.
they all are
Yeah.
basically the whole town. Yeah. Speaking of Tate, since you said Tate, well, Tate and Holly wants to go to Paris, be with Holly. I guess that was the decision. But if you watched on Friday, he went to visit Rachel with his dad, and Brady had to tell Rachel that she won't be coming home for Christmas. And I think she thought she would be. Yeah. So she's all upset. And of course, Brady's telling Tate, well, we have to be here to support her and all this. So he's kind of giving Tate, Tate's getting this probably guilt trip that he's probably going to tell Holly he can't go to Paris. Rachel also told them that she made a new friend and it's Sophia. They're a little concerned there, but of course she told them, oh, what, Sophia's not talking. So she didn't tell them that, but I don't think they're too happy either way of her being friends with Sophia.
Yeah, it's still
Even
creepy. Like, so what's she doing with a 18-year-old girl in her room?
right,
I think
who
they
is
brought that up,
psychologically
didn't they?
messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, did you ladies hear she got the role of Laura Ingalls?
What?
Yeah. I heard that.
Yeah.
She's
Wait,
doing the Little House reboot. I
yeah.
think that's the role
The
she got. That makes
television?
sense. That's who she would be.
You're talking Rachel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's leaving.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're gonna miss. I don't
Oh,
cast this one.
she's so good.
She is. Yeah.
So they're gonna do a reboot of Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Won't be the
Yeah, I
same
read
without
that
Michael
too.
Landon.
Yeah.
That's cool. I used to
don't
love
think
that
it's
show.
another part. We
Yeah.
watched it all. I watched it all the time.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah. That and
I
Dr.
never
Quinn.
watched
Love
it.
Dr. Quinn too. That was another one.
Dr. Quinn. How
Yeah.
about the Young Riders? Did you like that?
No, I never saw that.
That was good.
Yeah.
It's all about the Pony Express. Yeah.
What,
Megan Baldwin's in there, Josh Brolin.
Rolling. Okay.
From the Goonies.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always get freaked out. When I was a kid, I would get freaked out watching shows that were from an earlier time because they would confuse the hell out of me. Like Happy Days.
Me too.
Okay.
I had that same
What?
feeling.
Happy
Yeah.
Days.
When I would
Love
see
Happy
like
Days.
videos and movies from like the 60s or something because I was born in the
Yeah, when it
60s,
was the
but
80s. Yeah, I
like
was just so confused what the hell was going on.
Oh yeah.
Didn't you
it
know
was
it was
kind
taking
of
place in the 50s? Yeah.
made me feel like a weird nostalgia, but like that I didn't relate to. Like I don't know, it's kind of
Yeah.
like
Oh,
But
yeah.
my parents used to play 50s music all the time, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
music
real.
seems
It was really
everything.
bad when you were forced to watch Lawrence Welk. If anybody the,
gosh.
my mom and dad, my grandmother, more so. And I think they picked it up
yeah.
from my grandmother. My grandmother was, oh yeah. I remember being at her
That was
house.
awful.
Oh, Lawrence Welk.
Yeah.
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 Anyway.
Yeah. There wasn't a lot on Saturdays besides like Major League Baseball during baseball season. And you had like Hee Haw and you had
No.
I love
and we
you.
would watch Hee Haw. We watched Hee Haw, but that wasn't like my favorite, but we'd watch it. And then the one you just
The Waltons.
Yeah.
Love the Waltons.
well that wasn't on Saturdays. I'm talking about
Simpler
Saturday.
times.
Saturday
Oh,
afternoon,
yeah.
late Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. Anyway, nostalgia. And Days, that's been on since 65. So
Yep.
there you go. Yeah.
The
Yep.
3 major networks.
We only had 3 networks and you couldn't maybe got NBC good and everything was fuzzy because it didn't have
Yeah.
cable. You had to use an antenna. Oh, I'm really dating myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So,
All
Mom
right.
would sometimes she would come over and we're like, Mom, can you fix the antenna? And she'd like move it. We're like, stand right there.
yeah, right there with foil.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
there. Don't move. I'm serious.
Yeah, those were the days, right?
Those were the
Oh, God.
days. Yeah, you're talking like back in the 60s, early 60s or something. Yeah. Well,
It was
And you had to
70s.
get up and turn the
70s.
channel.
It was
Yeah.
70s for early 70s and stuff, but for me, but yeah. Oh no, that was my brother's job. My little brother was the remote control.
okay. So where are we at here? We did Kate, right? Okay, that was the only time. Is that the only time we saw Kate? Yeah.
Yeah.
Friday,
this?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, and they have Abe and Paulina. Paulina's blaming herself because Abe's all upset about Theo. And he's telling her before he blamed her, now he's trying to say, no, it's not your fault. So I guess, he's okay with that.
Yeah, I was happy they kind of reconciled a bit because them fighting the
Yeah.
last couple of months was a little much. And
Annoying.
yeah,
Right.
and he was blaming himself too, saying that he didn't protect Theo either.
Right.
So yeah, so it was nice to see them come back together again and be a team.
Yeah.
Yes, good point.
Yeah. Chad was also worried, telling Theo about, he was worried about Charlotte and Chad, because he says, I didn't, come home. He had learned, that they wanted him to go for Thanksgiving and he never showed up. So in the meantime, we see Thomas and Jennifer's told Thomas that his dad is missing. And I guess according to Thomas, she didn't tell him soon enough. So he said, "You're lying to me just like my dad." And I'm there. She says, "Well, I should have."
Oh, God.
I'm just like, really? I mean, come on, kid. Anyway,
Well,
so
and they need to kind of have a discussion with Thomas that even though he might be
adults
smarter
don't
than
need to
most
tell
of the
you
adults,
everything. Yeah.
he's probably smarter than most of the
What is he?
adults,
10?
but he's
Yeah.
still 10.
Yes.
And
Yes.
there's some things
And
that
she did tell him.
adults and she's
Yeah.
there, and in this situation, they are trying to get him away from whoever's
Yeah.
kidnapping
And she wasn't
DiMera.
lying to him. She just didn't tell him right away.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, and then of course now when he's mad at his dad, but now when he thinks his dad's in trouble, of course he's upset and worried. And so, but Jen wants to take him to Boston, temporarily until they can do this custody hearing again. And it's only because they're worried because DiMera's are missing and they think that the kids could be in trouble because they're Chad's kids. So, I mean, that's part of her reasoning for taking them. So I guess I can see that point.
Yeah.
Doing that.
I just wanted to let you guys know, I don't know the name of the movie, but Mike Horton was in a movie on Hallmark tonight.
Which
Tonight?
Mike Horton?
Rourke.
Good for
Rourke?
him.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people in. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We had Julie talking to Liam. We saw Liam again. I guess we haven't seen him for a while. And he came. She says, "Oh, I see you're on time." And he said, "Yes," but she said, "Unfortunately, you'll have a substitute," because she told him all about Theo and Abe, why Abe wouldn't be there. Now he didn't really say anything. He didn't acknowledge that he knew who Theo was, did he? He didn't really.
No.
Yeah? Like that he went to school with him, or oh, Theo, or that I bullied him, or of course a bully's not going to admit that they bully, but um
Well, he did that surprised though that he didn't know Theo was half DiMera. So he did
well,
make that
that's true.
comment.
Yeah, right. He only knew him
So
as
he
Theo.
did kind of connect the dots there a little bit.
Yeah, he didn't realize
I had no idea. Yeah.
yeah, because Julie explained how he was a DiMera. So we find out his substitute is Jeremy. So now we got those two in each other's orbit. And if you look at them, I think, that whole with Lily, was it Lily? Was that her name, or what was her name back in the 80s that Mike Horton was with? But that
Ivy.
Oh, it's Ivy.
Ivy. Okay. Although
Well, wasn't she
the
with
timeline doesn't work right. Liam's too
wasn't
young.
she with Pete?
She was with
I
Pete.
don't know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't even remember that was her last name. I don't even remember her that much that time. I don't know why I don't remember that story. But
Yeah.
anyway, so we have him doing that.
Yeah, I have to give Jeremy some credit, like having working with Liam to do a resume and and understand that was actually useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
That
he
was
is a
great.
teacher, so yeah.
But
he's
yeah,
a
that
teacher.
was very useful instead of just giving him a book he doesn't like and trying to make him read it. Yeah, I thought that was
Mhm.
good.
And so now we're back to suspecting Jeremy again in the whole Alex and Stephanie thing. So that was kind of funny. The whole Alex opens a letter and this white powder comes out and he's all upset. Oh. So they calls Jada and they evacuate and they get the people in there and Steve comes over and here they find what is it, powdered sugar from his aunt's fruit. His aunt makes these fruit cakes and it was a thank you letter or something, or a card. I don't know, something. I didn't catch all of it, but
He
it
had
wasn't.
sent her a fruit cake or something.
Yes, he sent something.
He said, and Stephanie's like, seriously, you sent her a fruit cake?
Fruitcake, and she sent or bakes or something. I don't know, but anyway, it was powdered sugar. I guess it was powdered sugar from the fruitcake she ate, and then she sent the thank you card or something. I don't know, but anyway. So Steve's still moving in. Steve's still moving in. Steve's so funny. And of course they're kissing, and he walks in on him, and of course
powdered sugar. Powdered sugar is very distinctive.
yes. I mean,
Yeah.
he just went like that. I don't know. You would think he'd smell or say, I don't know. I don't know who wrote that. I'd love to know who wrote that story. I don't know. Was it just having these threats? Of course, she's still getting threatening letters, and I guess they're getting worse because Steve picked one up, so he's moving in. And of course, Stephanie tells Alex, no sex while my dad's in the house. Alex didn't think of that. Alex was fine with his dad, with his father or whatever, or almost father-in-law. I don't know. They're not married, but being there until he, well, Stephanie said,
Hey,
yeah.
what
Alex
about
isn't too great about thinking ahead, is he?
yeah. And he's his sort of uncle.
Sort of, yeah.
and
Yeah. Adrian raised him, yeah.
Yeah.
but Stephanie's the one who wrote a risque book, but she can't have sex with her boyfriend
With
and
her
there with
father
her
now.
dad. With
Yes,
her dad
really.
in the next one. Come
Yeah.
on.
Her
Suck it
dad's
up, you can-
old. He probably's hard of hearing anyway. So don't listen to her.
You're talking about Steve like that? Man, that's cruel.
No, I know.
True, but cruel.
Get some grandkids already, people. Come on.
They were
Boy,
talking-
she sure resists that, doesn't she?
She don't want that.
Every time Alex brings it up.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a baby involved somewhere there. You know that foreshadowing stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, she'll want a baby now if she finds that out. If that's true, I don't know. But that's kind of what I think was where they're going with that. Yeah. Well, Steve and Kayla were talking about maybe get a move on or something because none of them, not like Trip and Wendy, you think. No, we don't hear anything about Trip and
Yeah.
Wendy. So,
I miss Wendy. I liked her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was cool.
yeah. So they were talking about, no grandkids. Of course, we have, Johnny and Chanel and the baby. And Chanel went for a checkup with Sarah and her whatever levels. I don't know what. Anyway, they're elevated. The same levels that are elevated when you have maybe cancers back, but they're also the same that you could be pregnant. But they didn't say that. They just said, like, you would think Sarah, she's a flipping doctor. And all of us, they're thinking cancer. Why wouldn't she say, well, Chanel, you could be pregnant too. We'll just have to do further. Let's run a pregnancy too.
But
Did
wasn't
she
she
say
told
her?
not to have sex?
What's
Yeah,
that?
she was
Wasn't she told not to have sex?
not to get pregnant, but maybe not
Not
to.
to, yeah.
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 But they've had, they have. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but still, now you can still be careful.
When did she have
It
cancer?
happens.
When did she have cancer before? They said her cancer could have come back. I don't
Yeah,
recall
she had
that.
something, didn't she? Yeah, she did. Didn't? Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember that.
So
Anyway,
we
so
have
she
that.
very well is pregnant, but she's thinking she's
Well, we're still
Yeah.
waiting for tests to come back. Let's run some more tests. So she
Sarah
didn't tell
shouldn't
John.
have freaked her out like that.
Yeah.
No,
Should have
yeah,
told her
Sarah, like,
either
she
option.
says, well, it could be two different possibility. Oh, it's just the plot. Same. So, well, then we have Johnny comes back, and I guess he's these, he didn't definitely say he was taking the job. He wanted to discuss it with Chanel. So, but it sounds like he's going to do it. So I don't know. Well, will they come after him? I don't know, but it seems like the kidnapping's going to be over soon.
Yeah. I felt bad for Chanel, but she purposely kept the bad news to herself and she kind of broke down a bit and cried. But when he came in and said he was going to be CEO, she was supportive. So she's taking a lot on right now, and her
Yeah.
brother's missing, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's got a lot going on.
We also have Gabi got a new, she's in her new office now for DiMera, and Philip was there and bought her all kinds of flowers, and they were going to meet for dinner. So yeah, I kind of liking them as a couple. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would, but that's not going to last when he finds out what she did, because I think she's feeling guilty about that. Oh, and she confronted Javi about it too. I don't know. Can anybody remember what his excuse was? It was a lame. Like, why did you tell Rafe? Well, I had to, or I don't know why he did. It's kind of, I can't remember. I just remember them arguing, and she's still pissed at him. And then Ari walked in. So, and that's when Ari told her about, working for DiMera. And then she did come and confronted her mother and told her that she was going to do it, gave her all the reasons Kate said. And so I guess Gabby's okay with that.
Yeah, it's probably best that Gabi not work with her family.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not a good, she's a little bit rough as a boss. So, yeah.
All right. See, I know we'll go to my picture. We have Xander with his gifts for Victoria. Yeah. He brings her all these presents, and he can't even see her, which is a crock of shit. Anyway, he walks in, and there's Brady sitting on the couch. I'm there. Ooh, boy, what's going to happen now? So he's more or less, well, what are you doing here? Well, what are you doing here? And he tells Xander that he's there temporarily till he gets a place of his own. I thought Xander was going to have a fit and explode, but he didn't. I think he handled it pretty well. Everybody agree?
Mhm.
I thought, oh, he's going to blow up. But he didn't. And then, of course, he runs into Sarah. And Sarah gets all pissy with him. Like, well, you have to let me know when you're here. No, I'm just here to, give the presents. I just want to smack her.
I don't
He's being
understand
a
why
diva.
he can't see her with somebody else in the room.
I don't know why the visitation isn't there. I can see, okay, you want a divorce, you want separated, you want to protect her. He should have visitations even with somebody there.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
Maggie, with
He should at least have, what is it? What do they
Yeah.
call it? Supervised visitation.
Supervised. Yeah.
supervised. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the whole thing with I think that's all. Xander, was there anything more with Xander? Xander and Sarah,
He was
Xander and
talking to Marlena at one time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And well, Marlena came home. Belle.
Finally.
Yeah, she's home. But her and Belle had a conversation. She's worried that she wants to see Rachel. Also, Rachel wants to see her, which she was asked. That's another thing. She was asking Brady, and Brady says, yeah, we'll see. And Belle says, oh, I'm sure once he calms down, he's going to let you see Rachel. And I think she does, because it's in the previews that she does.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she was worried about that. And Brady will never forgive her.
Yeah.
That's all. I don't know. Anything else? Oh, wait. Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rafe.
Yeah.
Rafe is
Rafe.
my diva for the week. He was an
Yeah.
absolute
Rafe
dick the
and
entire week. It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
Rafe is
they-
obviously not getting enough of whatever it is that he would like
Getting on Cat,
possibly.
you mean? He still won't let that go? Is
I
that what you
don't know,
mean?
but he was such a jerk. Such a
she
jerk.
needs to
He's
snap the
always
crap
been
out
a
of him.
jerk. What?
Yeah.
Yay.
I
Yeah.
know, but I'm seeing it more right now. But he
Yeah.
was a jerk with everyone. I mean, he was really a jerk with his. I mean, he thought his own sister. Once again, like, how many times is he going to think of his sister? Granted, she has
Right.
a checkered past, but every time
It's
there's
not
something that
beyond her.
goes wrong in Salem, she's one of the first people he thinks of.
Yep.
Yeah. She might not be the kidnapper, but she did do something that could make you believe that she was the kidnapper. Yeah. But yeah, I know what you mean. And he's like, he won't let it go with Kat. Just keeps reminding her of the mistake that she made.
It's
Yeah.
really
So
almost
I guess that Rafe
harassment at
is a
this
good
point. I'm
diva.
getting annoyed.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So we have that. And so since EJ is gone, Rita comes over and find, well, first of all, we have Susan and Gwen. Susan's all upset. She wants to call the police. Gwen finds EJ's phone and she doesn't want the police, to come and get the phone. So she wipes it clean or resets it or whatever you do you lose all your stuff. But then Jada comes and takes it and she says, oh, well, we can get that. We have a department and can, get that stuff back. So Gwen's kind of worried about that. And I think that's when Rita wants Johnny to take over. I think they should just put Rita in charge.
Yes.
She basically running that company for EJ anyway. So
Yeah.
Well, I think Rita's the one involved with the kidnapping because we know she's
too.
capable
That
and
could
she
be.
does it all the time.
Yeah.
So she could be doing the kidnapping.
And she can move those guys.
Yes.
Yeah. And she knows what's going on in the lab too. I mean, she's involved in that too. So she knows. Oh, we have Mark Green
everything. She
too.
knows where the bodies are buried,
Was on.
literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, of course, now Mark doesn't know what
But she
his
did
sister
say
does,
it
right?
really needs to be a DiMera, supposedly.
That's what she said. So Kat's asking him about, no, she doesn't want him to work for EJ, do this whatever research. And she's trying to find out from him what's going on. Although I don't think he really knows fully. I don't think he knows who's in that tube. We just saw him a little bit.
Wait, who is it that you're talking about? Kat
Mark
and
Green. Mark Green
yeah.
is her brother. Her brother.
Her brother.
Yeah.
Her brother.
Yeah. I mean, she's investigating EJ, but that's why she doesn't want her brother getting involved in that. Because
Yeah.
she's telling him, you don't want to get involved. If he's doing something illegal, you're going to end up back in prison. I don't know. Did we have Leo and Gwen this week? What's going on? Did they confront each other again?
Gwen threatened him.
Oh, that's right. Like, stop nosing around. Yeah. So now that
Yeah.
makes Leo think there is something going on. So of course.
Yeah.
He's getting threatened. So.
Well, and who was the idea? Rafe was the one, I think, that walked in and said, I need keys to the crypt. What gave him that idea? Like, he was the one that walked into the mansion and was like, I need keys to the crypt or something. And
yeah, so how did Rafe
Rita's like,
figure to look in the crypt?
Yeah, all of a sudden that came out of nowhere. That came out of nowhere to me.
Yeah, I can't remember, but
And
yeah.
she goes, well,
but
we sealed it off EJ sealed it off a few years ago.
yeah, obviously not.
Yeah, but like,
they're able to get in.
But why? Where did Rafe get that idea all of a sudden? I guess because he knows the property so well. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember
He
how
just
that
walks
came.
in.
Yeah, because he didn't get all of a sudden get smart. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wasn't somebody locked in there a couple months ago?
Well, last time the crypt, I remember when Andre was still around. Remember Andre had Johnny in there, and
Yeah.
who else?
That's been a while.
That was
During the whole possession story.
yeah,
The
that was
possession
a while
story.
ago. But
I was
since
thinking of
then,
the
I
air
don't
possession.
think. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking possession too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else they haven't been in there since then. I know there's a lot of DiMera names I've never heard of, but that must be way back when. I saw Jake's name there and Andre's name.
I saw Teresa DiMera.
And Arena, Rina, Arena DiMera. So never heard that name mentioned.
Whenever, with whenever Tony and EJ are dead, if they just go to the crypt and just cross their name out, they find out they're alive. It's like, not really.
I wonder
or
how
not-
many times
right,
Tony had
not-
him take his name and put it back on and take it off and put it on.
Yeah.
Well, Andre or Tony. Yeah. Who are you this
Yeah, it's
time?
weird that no one's brought up Andre, but yeah.
Yeah. Like somebody could have said, well, this has the markings of Andre, but do you think he's alive? But nobody said anything because everybody can come back. Why they didn't think it was Andre? I don't know. So is there anything else? Okay, we did Rave, which Anna thinks Rave is the diva, which you have a good case. I wasn't thinking. I thought Sarah was being a diva, but she really wasn't on that. It really wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah,
So
I
I
have
guess
to
we'll
agree
go
with
with Rave.
Wraith.
So we'll have to go
Yeah.
with Rave.
Yeah.
And the previews for next week, I know that it looks like it's the Horton hanging the ornaments.
Cool.
See, Marlena gets to see Rachel. Do they get rescued next week? Or is that, I don't know,
Yeah,
from the crypt? Is that next
this
week too?
Chad's at the ornament hanging.
Okay. So
So
You know how
Dimitri-
big it is? They have to make it. Yeah.
So Dimitri doesn't end up getting thrown in there after all? I thought there was a rumor that Dimitri was.
He's definitely going to be on. I mean, he was in on the winter promo, but I guess not till next year, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, he will be on. Right when Leo and Mojave are getting married is probably when he's gonna show up.
Of course.
Yeah. So I don't know. Is there anything with Kayla?
Okay, so did it
Kayla
bug
and Brady?
you know what a little bit was so Leo comes over to Johnny and Chanel's and meets with Johnny to go over the video stuff to see if they can figure out what Gwen and EJ are saying to each other at that game. And Johnny did inform him that the baby was asleep. But I'm kind of surprised he didn't just go over and look at it. Like, but he was very focused on the video. So, but I would have thought as much as they loved little T, I would have just thought he would have at least peeked in and saw him. So anyway, that surprised me a little bit, but he was very focused on this.
Because there was so blankets.
The intrepid investigative reporter is not going to listen to Gwen. He's definitely going forward with whatever he can on this.
Now he's really going to be interested. Like there is definitely something going on, and Gwen's in the middle of it. So Gwen's involved in it.
Yep.
I think that's all. Anybody can think of anything else?
I don't think so.
No. It is on Christmas Day too.
One little thing.
Like a Christmas Story.
What is on Christmas? Oh yeah. Oh,
Days. Cool. Yeah, because it's on Peacock. Yeah.
I thought it was awkward and interesting that Maggie met Jeremy kind of under false pretenses and then basically milks him to see if he's the one. He's going to confess to be the one that's going after Stephanie.
Yeah.
Of course, he is ambidextrous. They made that point that
Stephanie was
you're
talking
left-handed.
Yeah.
Well, I'm ambidextrous. And then, of course, Stephanie makes note of that as well. Which
and then they cut
I don't know if
Jeremy
that played into her romance novel at all, but anyway, so I don't know. So I'm starting to feel a little sorry for the guy. I don't really. I think it's a red herring.
It's not him.
I mean,
we know it's not him.
Yeah.
He's not. And maybe he really is trying to redeem himself. Maybe he is really he has a.
I mean, he definitely was a certified.
But he's doing
still
that
a certified creep from the past. But he's
right, and he's still.
But they're also making him act that way. Yeah.
Of course, to make you think that it's him. When you give out spoilers like way ahead of time and say that this guy's coming back as Owen, they really put the spoilers out really early.
Yeah, and no one gave a shit. So
who's Owen?
Why even spoil the story? Yeah,
somebody should have gotten in trouble for that one.
Yeah,
that was way too early for that.
Hey, maybe they didn't show it. Maybe it's gonna be that whoever Nick played.
Everett. Yeah. Everett would make more sense than Owen that no one remembers.
Yeah.
Even people that have watched it for a long time don't remember that.
So you said the actor that's playing Peter Blake is not the one that Days fans would recognize, right? Because I didn't watch during that period of time, so I've never known who Peter Blake was other than his name. But
it looks like he'd be an older version.
Okay. Okay. He definitely seemed like he was like a normal guy. He didn't seem like he had any he didn't seem like he had any ulterior motive with the whole thing. So I wasn't suspecting him of anything.
Yeah. He played Kevin Buchanan on One Life.
When I first saw him, I thought he looked familiar. I couldn't place him. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he was one of the Kevin Buchanans.
Okay, that makes sense because for a split second I was like, "Wait a minute, I know who that is," but then I was like, "No, I don't." So yeah, that thank you for filling that gap in for me because I was wondering.
Well, that's it, I guess. So I guess that's, I don't have anything else that I can think of. I think we hit all the storylines.
Yeah.
All
Nobody
right.
want to complain about
Merry
anything? I guess
Christmas,
Rafe's the
everyone.
diva.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ugh,
Nope, Christmas time.
I
Rafe,
always
Christmas
want to
frown.
complain about Rafe.
everybody ready for
Yeah, have a
Christmas?
Merry
We just
Christmas,
left
everybody.
5 days. Yeah. Oh, now almost 4.
No,
No.
Yeah, I just got a wrap.
Ready. I'm done.
I'm not.
Not ready?
Well, have fun, everybody.
Okay.
Hey, ladies, we players are gonna be in Pennsylvania at
Yeah.
some point. I
I
think it's
saw
in
that
April or May.
in
Yes,
May. May
Pottstown.
1st. Pottstown.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. I'll probably be at my daughter's then,
yeah.
but I'll have to see.
Gonna
We
be
always go down there
Albany
at that
too.
time of the year.
That's a ways away from me.
Pottsville wouldn't be too far from where my son lives. That's in the eastern end of the state, Pottsville. I think they're in Jersey too.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're really
Oh, wow.
good. Yeah. Yeah, they're doing really well. They're going all over.
Yeah, we haven't seen Justin lately, have we?
Just at the custody
No.
hearing. That's the last time I saw him.
Custody
Yeah.
hearing, yeah. Yeah. Same with Sam
That's
too.
somebody they ought to give a good storyline to, Justin.
Right.
Yeah. So, well, I guess that's it. Everybody have
Okay.
a nice Christmas.
All right.
Okay.
Take care, everybody.
Maybe
Have a
see you
good
next
one.
week. I don't know if all my gang might be
Yes,
gone.
ladies,
Oh,
have a
no.
very Merry Christmas.
Okay.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Hey,
Okay.
Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Night.
night. Bye.